we got Kemi Bednock throwing softball. I mean, being so soft. I mean, the only thing that she said is that Starmer is too weak to kick her out. That is... Kemi Bednock, look, auntie, look. That is weak from you. I was expecting better. I was expecting you to go... I don't know, I was expecting you to be a monster in there. Because you had so much talking points. I mean, in 2023, Angela Rayner was talking about how important it is. Ethics, standards. She was talking like, you know, on a high horse. She's telling the public like, oh, it's important to be so ethical, to make sure the standards are so high, to make sure the public are believing the governments. That's what she was saying. Now, she's out there lying and cheating, and somehow Kemi Bednock just throws a little softball touch on it and be like, Keir Starmer is very weak on sacking her. Really, auntie? That's all you had? I could do a better job. Because in 2023, do you remember Nadim? I think Nadim, she went hard on that person because that person also avoided taxes, and she was calling that person to be fired from the government, and she just done exactly the same thing, and somehow she gets to walk free. Really? That's insane. I want to show you cut 2. Talk about hypocrisy. This is like one being caught in like 4K live on your digital device, and somehow Kemi Bednock couldn't use this situation to put more pressure. I believe she still has more chances to put pressure on her, but hey, the first day you gotta go hard. You don't wait for the second time. She might not turn up in Parliament. She might say she's sick. I mean, come on.
Holding any position in public life should mean upholding the highest standards of ethics and integrity. But the cronyism, sleaze and scandal we've seen over the past decade has undermined trust in politics and public life at home and abroad. Misconduct and sleaze has a direct impact on the government's ability to deliver for the public. Transparent and accountable government is key to delivery. Cleaning up politics is about ensuring government actually delivers for the people. Holding any position in public life.
Alright. Holding any position in public life should mean high standards, integrity, blah. Okay. Alright. Politics. I heard this from one person that told me that being in politics, you have to be good at lying. That's why you'll be good in politics if you're good at lying. I'd believe that a little bit, but I also don't believe it, because I feel like you can actually be a cool person with integrity and like with a backbone and still win in politics. But now I'm slowly believing it, because a lot of these politicians just lie. Like, they just lie. And I'm thanking God that the fact that we still have their old videos where we can play and be like, look, this is you. Soon they'll be claiming that was AI, because they'll be like, oh, I never said that. Integrity is my last name. Silly. Now, in 2023, she called for the same person, of course, for the same person to be sacked. Well, not one person dodged tax, and she claimed she was calling that person to be sacked in 2023 for doing exactly the same thing that she just done. I want you to watch this.
Every pound of tax that's not delivered to the Chancellor and to the Exchequer means that it damages our public services, and we know the state they're in. So the former Chancellor, when he was Chancellor last summer, made it clear at the time when he was questioned that he pays all his taxes and that he's done everything appropriately, and was threatening legal letters to anyone that questioned him. Now it emerged actually that that's not true, and that there was a HMRC investigation and that he's had to pay penalties for that. I think that makes his position untenable.
Yeah, that's her. She was calling for the Exchequer to be sacked. Nadim, she was calling for her to be sacked. So let me read here. In 2023, Mrs. Rayner called for the Tory Cabinet Minister Nadim Zahawi to be sacked over unpaid tax. That is the same person who was just avoid paying tax today. What should we do with her? Should we sack her as well? Should we do it? Please, comments, guys, what do you think in the comments? Should we do the same thing? Or should I read the same? Alright, in 2023, Mrs. Rayner called for the Tory cabinet minister, Nadeem, to be sacked over unpaid tax. Alright, she's done the same thing. What should we do with her? I'm waiting for the comments to come in. What should we do with her? Should we sack her? Or should we just ask her about how sad she feels? The fact that she owns 3 homes now and she avoid paying taxes and she's still in government. And she has the whole mighty ground to come here and talk about integrity, ethics. Really? According to this news, to the Daily Mail, it says, Angela Rayner is fighting for a political life today with ethics probe in her tax affairs set to conclude within days, as it emerged that she used some of her disabled son NHS compensation to pay for her second home. That's even worse. You use a disabled... I don't even want to get into that because YouTube might think I'm discriminating and stuff. No, of course I am not. I'm just looking at this point. The fact that she's been able to dodge the scrutiny as much as possible by using her son and be just throwing on him, then people feel bad for talking about that because of course it's a disabled son. You don't want to be too cruel. So she's basically, I don't know, these guys are actually smart, to be fair. They mess up, then they're like, oh, it's my son. I needed a second house, so when my husband is chilling with him, I can be in Hove, spending time doing whatever I'm doing. Although I have another house in London, but I just like the one in Hove. £800,000. I mean, can't do you bad, can it? For a Mancunian girl, of course. I mean, it can't do you bad. And with the public... Just a quick pause, guys. I need your help. We need your help. Because this machine have tried everything. They've deplatformed us once. They've shadow banned us, as you can see from the views. Blacklisted us, and the channel remains demonetized. You want to know why? Because we report on something that they don't want you to know. But guess what? We're still here. We're still standing, broadcasting raw, unfiltered truth right through the technocrat machine that they want you to live in. They want your system. They want everybody to live in this machine, so then they can surveil and control and see what you're saying, see what you're not saying. But we resist that. But I have to be honest with you, yeah, we are running a little bit thin, and we need your help to keep this channel alive, because the bills, they can't pay themselves, as we already know it. The system, the server, the little crew that we got, the little studio that we have right now, it's all powered by you. All the donation that we get, it keeps this alive. This keeps the crew alive. And yes, I get it, they want to silence us, they want to shut down the show, because yeah, it's the last firewall between you and the psychological warfare that they call news. Because we tell the truth. We don't control the news. We give it to you raw and you make your own decision with it. But here's the good news though, because there's many of us than them. Because we got a lot of freedom loving warriors here listening to us like you. So I'm asking you, every listener who can chip in a few quid a month or once, not only gonna make us survive, but expand the team and expand the mission. So I'm asking you to keep us on air, keep the mission alive, and keep this voice on chain. Not just my voice, many other people who are asking for help too. So if you're able to, if you can, go to the link in the description, the first link in the description, just leave something, leave a donation. It could be 50p, it could be £50, 500, it could be anything. We appreciate it. And I want you to know this is not charity. This is a resistance. We're not here to beg. We're here to fight. As you already been seeing us fight. But with your help, we win. And we always win. Always. Let's get back into the video. Attention, attention, attention. This is not just a normal t-shirt. This is your battle armor in this war against lies and manipulation and deception. And when you wear this t-shirt, you are not just making a statement, you are drawing a line in the sand, and you're saying, I will not be silenced, I will not be bought, and I will not be steered. Every thread in this t-shirt screams defiance. Every letter of I found the truth, not propaganda. Or maybe every letter of the nation needs to know is a rally cry out for independent thinkers, disruptors, the people who refuse to bend to the mainstream media narrative. We need your fund, and this is your chance to stand up, to speak out and fund the fight for the truth. Don't just wear it like a regular t-shirt. You have to live it. The nation needs to know you're gonna live it. Yes, please. I need you to fuel the resistance. Be the reason why the truth survives in this country. Please get yours at thebarakashow.com. And thank you so much for keeping us on air. Thank you.
In the shadow of the digital gulag, we fire up the truth cannon and blast through the lies.
And the show host, Baraka Amuri.